Another video for you with new stories from Ethiopia. Firstly, viewers, first news story is about Ethiopian First Lady, PM Abiy's wife, Zinash Tayachew. PM Abiy has been seen in the company of his wife in Sidama in SNNPR, where some projects have been inaugurated which are being completed through First Lady's office. Who is funding Zinash Tayachew's projects? Are her projects funded by the government? A second news story is from Gambella, viewers, where we know that after OLA GLF attack, civilians came under attacks, especially Oromo civilians, and today OFC accused regional forces of having carried out ethnic cleansing of Oromos in Gambella. We have some pictures for you from some cabales of Gambella city. Two security officials can be seen shooting at civilians. More than 10 dead bodies can be seen in these pictures. New pictures which indicate that perhaps dozens of civilians have been killed in the aftermath of OLA GLF attack on Gambella. Thirdly, viewers, we know that from Shifa Robert, a video was shared. The video was recorded in December, but it was shared yesterday, showing Fano fighters killing several young men in Oromia special zone, Shifa Robert, name of the place. Now, we are seeing pictures of several artists, mostly Amhara artists, and they are shown wearing the head scarf which is worn by Amhara Fano Minilik Brigade. And a campaign is being seen against these artists, that they are part of the atrocities committed by Fano fighters. Fourthly, viewers, brother of an OLF leader has been killed in Western Oromia. And lastly, very important news story, viewers, a Tigray opposition party, not backed by Ethiopian government, but a genuine opposition party based in Tigray, today held a virtual meeting on Zoom. The meeting, Tigray opposition party leaders are in Mekelle. They held this meeting from Mekelle with diaspora community. More than 100 diaspora community members participated. And this opposition party has leveled some allegations, or you can say it has raised some questions about TPLF-led Tigray government. Firstly, viewers, Ethiopian First Lady Zinash Tayachew and Ethiopian PM Abiy were seen in SNNPR yesterday, and today they were seen in Sidama. And some projects have been inaugurated which are being completed by First Lady's office, like a school has been built in Sidama. It was inaugurated today, and the school was built with a cost of 11 million Ethiopian birrs. You can see PM Abiy and the First Lady Zinash Tayachew in the school. A bread factory has also been inaugurated in Sidama, in SNNPR as well. These projects are being worked on through First Lady's office. Now, it's a good thing that Ethiopian First Lady Zinash Tayachew is involved in humanitarian work. She is seen as a philanthropist. So it's a good thing. Only question is, who is funding these projects? Are these projects funded by Ethiopian government? Does Ethiopian law permit funding for the projects of the First Lady? And or is she raising funds on her own? Or is she running some NGO which is being funded by some people? So these are all questions. I'm not questioning her intent. She is doing great work in education sector, in women empowerment sector. Only question is that, are public funds being used, or she is raising funds on her own? So Pimabi is accompanying him. If public funds are being spent on First Lady's projects, is it in accordance with Ethiopian law or not? Second news story is from Gambella, viewers, where we saw an attack on Gambella city by OLA and GLF. And after this attack, Oromo residents of Gambella city were targeted by government forces. I discussed a video showing the extrajudicial killing of an Oromo man in Gambella city at the hands of Gambella regional forces. Now we have some pictures for you. I have blurred the pictures. The pictures show one picture. It shows more than 10 dead bodies. 3 armed security officials can be seen who reportedly shot dead 10 civilians. Who are civilians according to some local sources. You can see the picture on your screen. The pictures are from Gambella, viewers. In 3 cabalets of Gambella, security officials have been seen committing extrajudicial killings. And these incidents happened in Gondar Safar. Gondar Safar is an area. It's a place in Gambella. So here atrocities against civilians have been committed. It is being said by locals of the area that Oromos have been targeted. Secondly, a lady has been killed. You can see her picture on the screen, mother of 3 children. She was detained by security forces. You can see when she was detained, and later she was found dead. Why was she killed? Was she a member of OLA? Was she a member of GLF? No clarity. Gambella regional government's president is denying extrajudicial killings, but evidence is there that civilians have been killed. Why have they been killed? If they supported OLA, GLF, then they should be arrested, charges should be filed against them. Why are they being killed extrajudicially in Gambella? No answers so far, because Gambella regional government is denying all these killings, but extrajudicial killings are being reported. Several killings are being reported in Gambella city. Thirdly, viewers, third news story is from Amhara region, where a video surfaced which was recorded in December last year after the retreat of TDF and OLA from Oromia special zone. After that, Fano fighters, regional forces, Amhara forces, they took control of Kamise, Ataya and Shifa Robit between Kamise and Ataya. And there a truck carrying dozens, more than a dozen people was seen parked on roadside. The young men, the civilians, they were pushed off the truck and they were killed on the roadside. Now, what we have discussed in two previous videos is that it seems this incident was perpetrated by Amhara Fano fighters who can be clearly seen in the clip. And Amhara uh, Fano's Minilik Brigade members were seen as well. They wear a headscarf, and some Fano fighters with headscarf were seen in the video. After that, we are seeing a campaign against some artists who showed solidarity with Amhara Fano Minilik Brigade in the past by wearing headscarves. It is being said that these artists like Girom Irmias and others, they are involved in atrocities committed by Fano fighters. I am not backing these artists, but it would be exaggeration to blame them for the atrocities committed by Fano fighters. Just wearing headscarf does not mean that these artists are perpetrators. What I fear is that it could lead to repercussions for these artists. Hate campaign against these artists is being seen. We could see attacks on these artists. That is why I am speaking on this issue. If Fano fighters have committed atrocities, which they have, as shown in the video, they should be arrested. They should be held accountable. But if you start arresting whoever is wearing headscarf to show solidarity with Fano, that wouldn't be fair. That is why this incident should not be used to spread hate. Having said that, yes, action should be taken against those Fano fighters who were involved in this incident. Fourthly, viewers, we have a new story from Nakamte, Western Oromia, where we know that in recent days, Oromo Liberation Army has launched a new offensive on government forces. Here, brother of an OLF leader has been killed. Name of the leader is Lami Benya. For more than 2 years, Oromo Liberation Front leader Lami Benya has been in prison. And his brother, a young man, he has been killed in Nakamte. Security forces are being blamed for the death of Lami Benya's brother. You can see his picture, he is the victim. It is being said that he has been killed because he was accused of supporting OLF. Lastly, was very important news story. A Tigray-based opposition party has held a virtual meeting with Tigrayan diaspora community. The party is not backed by Ethiopian government. It's based in Tigray. Name of the party is TIP, Tigray Independence Party. The party held a meeting via Zoom, a virtual meeting, and more than 100 people attended this online virtual meeting. From TIP, 3 leaders were there attending this meeting. Girme Birhe, TIP chairman, Mihari Johannes, political affairs head, and Dijin Misgabe, foreign affairs head of the party. 100 diaspora members attended this virtual meeting. Now, the party has questioned TPLF's clarity regarding ongoing talks. The party says talks are ongoing between Ethiopian government and Tigray government. But the party says that there is lack of clarity and transparency. And opposition parties are not being kept on board. They don't know what's happening in these talks. And there is no clarity. What will happen, what is happening, which are conditions, when will these talks be concluded. So this opposition party is questioning the performance and the intent of Tigray regional government led by TPLF. Secondly, TIP says that opposition parties of Tigray, they are in agreement that solution to Tigray's problems lies in independence, in secession. The three opposition parties are Betona, Salsivuyene and Tigray Independence Party. The three parties are of this opinion that Tigray should be an independent country. And TIP claims that majority of the people of Tigray, most of the people of Tigray, they are in support of independence of Tigray. But TPLF's position about independence of Tigray is not clear. There is lack of clarity, there is lack of transparency, and there is solo flight being taken by TPLF. It's not keeping in touch with opposition parties. We have seen these concerns, these allegations in the past as well. Opposition parties of Tigray have been complaining that TPLF is not consulting opposition parties. Once again, we are seeing that TPLF's strategy of dealing with this crisis is being questioned by opposition party. Yes, call for independence, it has support in Tigray and diaspora community as well. Opposition parties, people of Tigray, they want independence. I personally think that Tigray opposition parties are using this independence issue to enhance their political standing in Tigray and among Tigrayan diaspora. Otherwise, declaration of independence today will not change anything. Tigray will still be under siege. Before declaration of independence, Tigray needs border with a neighboring country. Otherwise, while you are encircled on all sides by regions and countries hostile to you, announcement of independence will not change anything. Tigray could lose international support in case of announcement of independence. So Tigray government is playing its cards very carefully. On the other hand, opposition parties are using this independence issue for their political ambition. They want TPLF to announce that it will hold referendum, that it wants to secede, which Tigray government is not in a position to announce now. That's my analysis. People might not agree with me. Thanks for watching.